Welcome to PowerSave for Earth Day. Today we will be showcasing our efforts here at North Penn High School and the impact you have had on reducing electricity costs, reducing pollution, and conserving natural resources. Today we want to show you the effects of our energy use. To do that, we must ensure that each classroom have its lights on. I know some of the rooms may be difficult to see, but hang in there because it's an important part of our demonstration today. To help us understand how we use our building and how it affects our energy is Mr. Tom Schneider, Manager of Energy and Operational Efficiency here at North Penn. Mr. Monero is with Mr. Schneider to explain how our Power Down will work today. Mr. Monero?
All right, thank you very much, Emily. With me is Mr. Tom Schneider of the North Penn School District. He is the Manager of Energy and Operational Efficiency. Mr. Schneider, what's our plan today?
Well, our plan is to have all the power on in the building and then take sections of the building and shut down. And we'll see a live graph of 5-minute intervals of the amount that we shut down. At that point, we will be able to see and compare how much energy we save, and we're going to compare it to different appliances and things like that. If we could see a week's worth of, zoom out on that graph and see a week's worth, we can actually, we'll be able to see, let's go down here to the April 22nd and make it April 15th. You'll be able to see the ups and downs of the normal day of electricity. And we're having some problems with the meter, but we will be correcting some of those, and we'll actually see how the power drops off over the course of this event.
Okay, so I guess this is when the social studies teachers start playing their videos for the day, right? And then this is when the class ends. Just kidding,
Absolutely.
Social studies. Hey, Mr. McCreary. Okay, Mr. Starter, one thing you did mention too before we started on the air is something about the Energy Star Award. You want to just quickly mention what that logo was?
Absolutely. Yeah. This year in 2013, North Penn School District was one of 4 school districts nationwide to win the Energy Star Partner of the Year Award. It's a prestigious award offered by the EPA and the Department of Energy.
All right, fantastic. That's excellent. All right, now what do we expect to see as we go on today in terms of the lights being shut down and things like that?
Well, what you're going to see is we're going to ask certain areas to be shut down. If we can zoom out of this and zoom to just the today, you might even see some shutdowns already. Some things are starting to happen. As you can see, we have a line that's starting to drop down a little bit. Once we get that cursor out of the way, you can see how it's starting to curve down. What we'll do is we'll ask certain areas of the school at one time to shut down, and then we'll wait 5 or 6 minutes and you'll see the turn down on the graph.
Okay, outstanding. Right now we would like only A, B, and C pods to turn your lights off. Again, only A, B, and C pod will be turning the lights off now. The other pods will come later in the show. So if you're an A, B, or C, turn your lights off now. But of course, leave the projector on. Emily?
Thanks, Mr. Monero. Well, you've seen them in your classroom and around the building. They are our energy troopers under the direction of science teacher Miss Ferrand. Let's find out a little more about the energy troopers from Senior Matt Najeko.
The Energy Troopers, we really work at talking about energy and getting the conversation started and letting people know about energy. Because a lot of people don't know enough about lighting, let's say, or energy use, or just the environment in general. And so we really are very interested in that and let people know about it. We work with teachers, we work with Mr. Hines, we work with custodial staff to really look at where we could save energy in order to influence behavior, save the school money. The energy measured around the school, generally what we do is we do energy audits. Last year we did an energy audit of the old portion of the building, so A, B, C, D, E, F. And what we were looking at is lighting, what kind of lighting was in the room. So we used flicker checkers, which look like tops. And so that's how we really looked at what bulbs are being used, and then we could say, well, how many of these bulbs are there in each room, how much electricity do each of them use. So that's mainly what we do. We do energy audits, and that's how we know. But Tom Schneider, who does, he's the manager of operational efficiencies for the district, he'll look at the actual energy use of the buildings, and typically you have the reports in monthly increments. That's why for March we did turning off the lights in between periods for the whole month so we could see the effect of that versus a normal March. Recently, on the 26th of March, we went to Washington, D.C., and that was a great opportunity. We were there with 4 other schools We got Energy Star Partner of the Year award. This is a national award, and you have to apply for it. It's very difficult. We're one of their 20,000 partners, and we've been in this program since '08. And this was huge. This was a national stage. This was big companies. This was things like companies like Boeing, Verizon, those sort of companies. And it was great to just be there as a school district. We have so much room to grow because we involve people.
All right, they are the Energy Troopers, and here with me now is Mrs. Nina Ferrant and Jackie Baxter, who are here today to represent the Energy Troopers. And Mrs. Ferrant, you are the advisor for the Student Club here at North Penn High School, correct? And Ms. Baxter, tell us your title.
I'm the local project leader.
Okay, so local project leader and teacher advisor, and the Energy Troopers have really taken off. How did this group get started?
Well, back in 2011, the Alliance to Save Energy was fortunate to receive a grant from Direct Energy, who wanted to sponsor 8 schools in North Penn to conduct a PowerSave school program to educate and empower students to take action on energy efficiency issues in their schools and at home.
Fantastic. And Ms. Ferrant, we have a lot of people involved behind the scenes. Tell me a little bit about the passion that you're seeing in the kids involved this year.
Well, these are kids that issues of sustainability, energy, correct energy usage is something that means something to them personally, and so they've been able to translate that personal passion into something that gets the whole school involved with learning how not to waste what we don't need.
All right, and let's not forget giving credit to the advisor for instilling so much of that passion and things in these kids as we started off the year.
I think many of them had it before they got here.
I'm
They're just
sure.
trying to channel it.
Good, good, good. Did you guys ever think this would grow and take off as quickly as it has here at North Penn?
We've been really happy and surprised at the enthusiasm and dedication of our small group of Energy Troopers. They're only number 12, in total, but they have reached out school-wide and been very creative and dedicated in ways in which they've reached their student body. They've used their 9th period classroom times to go around and to talk to people about energy efficiency in the building. They've done energy audits. They've done awareness-raising campaigns. They've put together this Do One Thing campaign that we'll talk about later. So they've worked really, really hard on this.
Good. That's the light bulbs that I saw earlier.
That's the light bulbs, yes.
All right, what's next for the Energy Troopers?
Well, I think we're hoping to, with all of this and all this success, that hopefully our group will even grow more and that we'll have more people that want to come in and take their passion for issues of sustainability and come in and join our group as well. But we're going to continue with recommendations and continue monitoring and continuing looking for other opportunities to save money for the district and to teach us all to live better.
All right, great. Well, thank you guys very much for your efforts, and of course, thank you for your energy in this endeavor.
Thank you, Mr. Monero.
Back to you, Emily.
Thanks, Mr. Monero. You may have seen the posters and you may have been reading our tweets. The Energy Troopers are asking each North Penn student to do one thing.
Hello, my name is Nika Markopoulos, and to save energy, I'm going to take shorter showers.
My name is Tyler Ivy, and to save energy, I will turn off the lights when I leave a room.
My name is Jihai, and to save energy, I'm unplugging my unused devices.
My name is Ricky Butterworth, and first day to save energy, I'll be walking to school.
So North Penn, what is the one thing you can do? Tweet at NPSD, #DoOneThingNP. The Energy Troopers have been fighting the energy hog for the past several years. Let's find out how the battle has been going.
No, it's the energy hog.
That is such a waste of energy.
We are the Energy Troopers.
It is important to keep the doors closed so that the hot air stays in and the cold air stays out.
Our first power down of A, B, and C pods should be registered with our energy use database. Let's check in with Mr. Monero and Mr. Schneider to see the impact so far.
I actually keep my doors closed in my classroom so none of that hot air goes out either. It's a tough thing to do. All right, Mr. Schneider, walk us through what we're looking at so far after our first shutdown.
Okay, right now we just see a little turn down in the data. We are right now at 171 kilowatts. No, I'm sorry, we're at about 1.2 million kilowatts, and we're just waiting for that next turn down. It was 150. It looks as if we went from, let's see, 1.152 to what? 1.1. So we got about, I guess, 30 kilowatts. And that would equate to, let's see what it looks like as far as, that equates to flat screen TVs, 592 flat screen TVs, 405 video games, 642 computers, 513 computer monitors, and 128 printers.
And that's just a section of our school.
That's only one.
And that's only one school in a large district.
That's right.
Now, Tom, before we go on, you're saying that the objective here is not for us to go back to the Stone Age and live in the dark.
Correct.
What are we really trying to accomplish here with this experiment?
What we're trying to accomplish is that people just realize when they need to use energy, and when they don't, they shut things off. That's all we're trying to accomplish. We need energy, we need lights, we need projectors, we need to educate people, and we need a certain amount of electricity to be used. But we don't have to be wasteful and just leave rooms on.
All right, excellent. Okay, so now that we've seen the impact of turning the lights off in A, B, and C pods, now at this time we ask that if you are in D, E, F, G, H, or J pods, turn your lights off at this time. That's D, E, F, G, H, J. You may turn your lights off now. Emily?
Thanks, Mr. Monero. Earlier this month, the North Penn School District received the prestigious Energy Star Partner of the Year award, one of only 4 schools districts in the entire country. Energy Trooper and North Penn High School senior Matt Najeko accepted the award on behalf of all students, staff, and community members who made this possible.
For the past 4 years, the North Penn School District has put a heavy emphasis on energy curtailment. The results have been overwhelmingly successful. All of North Penn's buildings are Energy Star compliant. In late March, the EPA announced that North Penn School District would receive the Partner of the Year award.
We're here to getting our Energy Star award. That's because all of our schools have achieved the Energy Star rating. The school district is averaging 94 on a scale of 0 to 100. And that's why we won the award. And there's only 4 schools in the state. And you know who's really behind all of this? The students, the kids. These kids are fantastic, and the people we have involved in this program are wonderful.
Well, this is huge for the district. We work so hard, and to be able to be recognized for this is just absolutely awesome. It's had a big impact in our school district, as everyone well knows, with the budget impact and being able to be green and save the environment. But to be recognized for a national award is huge.
There are only 4 school districts in the nation that achieve that distinction. It is a testament to all of our staff who have worked hard to effect change.
I think it shows that we have a committed staff, both professional staff with teachers and administration, and the support staff and the kids. They've all played their role in this to make it possible for North Penn to cut our energy usage. And I think overall this is a huge honor, not just for the high school, for the entire district, to show what we can do as a team, as a group, as a organization.
Students and staff have been critical to the success of North Penn's energy efforts.
We're very fortunate to receive the Alliance to Save Energy program through a grant from Direct Energy. That program has helped us teach 400 students about energy conservation and energy efficiency. That has then now gone through the entire school, at the high school, at Gwen Noor, many schools in the district. We have 9 schools in the district that participate. And they are actually changing the culture in the buildings. They are the ones that are forcing the change. They are the ones that are changing the culture. And it's exciting to them. And they look at the future differently than we do.
At the high school, the Energy Troopers, led by science teacher Nina Ferrant, have been working hard to raise awareness about energy use and its effects on the environment and the North Penn School District budget.
Their main emphasis has been to persuade others that conserving energy is a good thing, that ideas of sustainability are something that we should all endorse. And this idea that in the immediate future we save money, that's been like the first selling point. But the long-term purpose is to get people in general to be thinking in terms of sustainable habits. Any kind of an idea that comes from the students as opposed to adults in the building is much easier for all of us to support than someone saying it's part of curriculum. It really is a behavior, something that the students expect us to show leadership in.
Well, we usually go issue at a time. So right now we're working on a banner for the 22nd of April for Power Down for Earth Day. And we've been doing so much. We've done energy audits. We've done a lot of awareness, going around classroom to classroom, asking people had any questions about what we were doing, throwing out some ideas to save energy at home. And we've really reached so many parts of the school and the community, and I think we've really made a huge difference.
Invited to the awards ceremony were district representatives from many buildings and across all levels, representing all the hard work of everyone in the school system.
It's an honor. I'm really honored to be here. I really am. We've come a long way with saving lots of money with the district.
It feels good. It feels good because of my team, the guys I work with, coming down here representing, Penfield. I think it's great. It's nice to be invited.
This is an award that is well deserved by the entire North Penn community. And it even goes beyond the people in the buildings on a day-to-day basis, because we have external partners, local businesses that have contributed, been involved in it. Our facility renovation program is important to it, putting in the latest and most efficient equipment. But this award is something that belongs to everybody. The taxpayers, of course, benefit by reducing their cost by $1 million, and that's a big number in a $200 million budget. It's nearly a 1% tax increase. That 1% of taxes is not needed year after year. So the taxpayers get rewarded in that way. All of the involvement of everyone internal to the organization, including the students, is certainly to be recognized.
While many were surprised that North Penn received the Energy Star Partner of the Year award so soon, all agreed it was due to a team effort.
It was such a great transformation. I mean, we joined Energy Star in 2008, and already we're all the way up here accepting an award. I mean, it's awesome.
This has been a whole district initiative. The district is one that has come together. The staff, facilities, support services, administration come together and achieve this award. It's absolutely amazing how much we've done in the short time in a couple of years. We are at this point 37.5% reduction of energy over our baseline year of 2008.
This is a people thing, a team effort, and we have everybody behind this. We have student involvement, which I absolutely think is awesome. Because they're out there encouraging people to be green and to save money and save energy and not be energy hogs and to participate in the program. That's a big part of it also. Then, of course, our custodians and our maintenance facility people out there doing what they need to do every day. I had a teacher remark to me, she can tell when there's a substitute custodian because the substitute custodian doesn't understand the new way of doing it now is not the same way as we used to do it years ago. When we came in, turned on all the lights and expected everything to be all lit up. We know that we don't need to do that. We've made some changes there. So we have people paying attention to details.
I did not see it as today we're doing one thing, tomorrow we're doing something completely different. I think it's just subtly raising the awareness of, hey, every time you leave your classroom, flip those lights off. And bringing it down to the level of the children, when they understand that that's what we do, they're the last people out of the room. Now we had the line leader, now we have the person who makes sure the door is closed and also makes sure the light's off. So subtle changes. We're not suffering because of these changes, but absolutely it makes a difference. So I think there's probably still some room for further savings.
So how did North Penn get their students to buy in?
There are a lot of students that don't pay attention, that really aren't interested, and then there's some students that are very curious. They want to know, why am I doing this? Last year with the energy audit, we had flicker checkers, and they looked like tops. So we'd ask if we could just go around real quick with teachers, and then we'd go around spinning tops everywhere. And so the students asked, why do you do that? What are you doing? Because it just looked very, very silly. So, I mean, it's great when we get those questions, because then we can explain it, and then the whole class goes, oh.
It takes some time, and people have to buy into it, and it starts with one small group, and then it expands, and others say, you know what, we can do this too. But there's a belief here that we can make a difference, and we can contribute towards helping to meet our budget challenges. This is one way everybody can do it. It's a tangible way they can do it. They can turn off lights. They can be conscious of their energy use in other ways. They can put away some devices maybe they don't really need to have to be able to save some energy. So all those different ways to contribute is huge for us.
It's been absolutely amazing. We have a very, very small group, considering how big our high school is. And they have done amazing things in a very short period of time. It just goes to show that a very small committed group can do a lot of good.
Penn School District in Lansdale, Pennsylvania is a senior at North Penn High School. Matt Dijak.
In a room full of CEOs and presidents of major international corporations, North Penn was represented by North Penn High School senior Matt Dijak.
You have a student representing the school district, which is what we're all about. You know, we have students, we exist for students, and we can have a student up there getting the award. It'll be a proud moment for me. I kind of feel like a proud papa in some regards when you're superintendent of the school district and you have a student getting such a big award like that.
We're a school district, and we're about kids, and we're about students, and we're about programs, and we need to continue these. We have two excellent students standing right over here that are one's going to be accepting the award today, and he's been getting everybody involved. I just heard about what we're doing at Penndale, that the kids came up with these energy-saving ideas, and when the kids come up with it, it's pretty hard for the adults to say no.
You have to have some point where you have to say, well, we have to care about the environment. And even if you don't care about the environment, care about how much money you could save with just turning off a light when you're not in the room.
What an outstanding honor for the North Penn School District and for everybody who's involved in that effort. And we return now to the results of what we're doing today. So we have the second power shutdown, and Tom, take a look at what we're looking here. What's the latest?
Well, you can see the significant drop now. We're at 844 kilowatts, and just a few minutes ago, it was 902. So we dropped another 100 kilowatts. Let's see what that equates to. We're already up to over 2,600 TVs. That's the equivalent of powering down. 1,800 video games, 2,900 computers, 2,300 monitors, and almost 600 printers, just by powering down that amount.
1,800 video game consoles. That's like, you know, a third of what we have in the North Penn student population at home, right?
That's it.
And the 2,600 flat screen TVs, Mr. Gilmer's house alone. So that's great. All right, incredible numbers, guys. We're doing a great job so far, and we are now down to our final pod. We now ask everyone in K-Pod to turn your lights off at this time. All right, Mr. Schneider, thank you very much. At this time, we're going to bring in some of our partners who have helped to make the energy achievements possible. Steve Beck, Senior Business Development Manager at Direct Energy, and Aaron Stainthorpe, Program Manager at Alliance to Save Energy, are joining us this afternoon. Guys, tell me about your organizations and what you do.
Well, at the Alliance to Save Energy, we're all about encouraging energy efficiency at schools throughout the country, from preschool all the way up to graduate students. And so we're very excited about what's going on here in North Penn School District. And in fact, some of the energy savings have really been phenomenal and give us a lot of hope for what we can replicate in other school districts, because to all the students out there who are helping shut down their pods, you are doing an amazing job. Your district received an Energy Star Partner of the Year award from EPA for a reason. This is phenomenal. We want to encourage it, and we want to encourage you guys to keep shutting everything down that you can.
All right, fantastic. Why do you guys think it's so important that students get involved in such an effort as this?
Well, it's great. I mean, at Direct Energy, we're an electricity and gas supplier, so we do whatever we can to help our customers conserve and save energy. And when kids get involved with that and they can be empowered to make great decisions, that translates to good decisions at home and further on down the road. So it's a win-win all around.
All right, good. What kind of advice do you guys have for people maybe in school right now or at home for just to continue this effort of saving energy?
One of the things that's phenomenal to me, right now we're able to see live how we're saving energy here at school. The thing we're not able to see is all of the savings that are happening at home and in the community. So my advice to all the students here today, for Earth Day, do whatever you can to take the message home, because just the same way we're seeing incredible energy savings, dollar savings, and having a huge impact on the planet here at school, we can do that all throughout our community. So do whatever you can to bring this home.
All right, good. I know my neighbor across the street, Sally, she gives me a lot of heck for leaving my light on all night out front, and I promise I will start turning it off. That probably is a big help too, right?
Great. That's great to hear.
All right, good. All right, guys. Steve, Aaron, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
With North Penn. Thank you. Thanks a lot. All right, Emily, back to you.
Thanks, Mr. Monero. The energy hog doesn't go down without a fight. Let's find out how you and the energy troopers continue to fight the hog.
We are the Energy Troopers, and our mission is energy efficiency.
And we're here to talk about drafts. So it's starting to get colder, and one of the things that happens because of that is you have drafts, and drafts can be a huge problem. So in order to stop that, you need to actually create a seal in between the outside and the inside so that you don't have all that cold air coming in. And what we did here was we had a blow dryer on the other side, and we showed that air was coming through. And then we put a little rug thing in there so that you didn't actually have the air coming through, and you could see that you wouldn't have that much of a draft.
All right now one of those hog-fighting energy troopers is with me. You've seen him already on the program quite a bit. With me is Matt Najeko, senior and leader of the Energy Troopers. Matt, welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Monero.
Matt, how did you get started in this, and how did this whole thing get going for you here at North Penn?
This all started at the activities fair. I saw Jackie there, and I decided to sign up. I thought it would be a fun thing. I didn't think it would be as big as it is right now. I just thought it would be a little thing on the side, a little bit, something I could do. Sort of like an act club, a little bit of recycling.
You didn't expect to be all dressed to the nines in front of so many dignitaries?
No.
Well, that's great. Now, how much work has it been for you to get to this point?
I think it's a lot of work, a lot of involvement, but I love this stuff. So to me, it's just something I love to do.
What's been the toughest part about it so far?
The toughest part is getting everyone involved, everyone on board, everyone to know all the stuff about energy. We've learned so much through this process, all the energy troopers, different things about bulbs, different types of bulbs, how much energy the school actually uses. So getting everyone updated is a huge thing.
Is there anything throughout this whole process that sort of surprised you? Anything you didn't expect to see or you wouldn't expect to have happened?
I think just being able to talk about energy so much is something I don't think I would have ever had the chance to do. And I mean, the thing that most surprised us at first was how much energy the school used, and just looking at the reports of after each year that we've done this, how much energy we've saved.
All right, fantastic, Matt. What about the culture of the building? Did you ever think that a club like this could have such an impact on the culture of North Penn?
You know, it really goes out to how many people support us. The custodial staff support us, the teachers support us, Mr. Hines supports us. So we definitely have a lot of people that are behind this effort, and we really hope to continue it.
Yeah, Mr. Hines even let you guys put up those last out, lights out stickers. I mean, stickers on the walls? Come on, that's never heard of here. That was that's obviously a big thing, is turning those lights off when people leave classrooms. What was it like receiving that Energy Star Award in Washington, D.C. in front of all those important people?
I really think it was really the culmination. We've worked so hard. I mean, we just started last year, and we're already getting this award. But we've done so many things looking at energy at the school, and I think it really gave a lot of people sort of that validation to what we've been doing.
Well, Matt, congratulations. You know, you're yet another student who makes North Penn so proud of everything we do here, and obviously the results they speak for themselves. The proof is in the pudding with everything that's happening here today and really throughout the year, so congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Monero.
All right, you bet. Let's send it back to Emily and see what's going on.
Thanks, Mr. Monero and Matt. While we were all doing our part to save energy, North Penn High School's EPICS Club is innovating new ways to harvest energy.
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 We use energy every day, all the time, but Newton's law of energy conservation states that energy cannot be created or destroyed. So where does it go?
We thought of energy harvesting, so we collaborated with the Energy Troopers, and you're about to see really cool projects that we've been working on.
What is EPICS?
EPICS stands for Engineering Projects and Community Service, and it's basically a club where students can come that are interested in engineering, design, development, and we come here and we think about ideas to make the school better.
Think globally and act locally.
So we took a spinning bike that we use in gym class. There's so much wasted energy in biking in gym class. It's a workout for you, but where does it go? It's wasted into the air, into the school. And we thought, what can we do to take this energy that we're wasting and use it for something, anything? So we decided, okay, instead of plugging a phone into a wall, let's plug it into a bike so we can power our own electricity to power our own things that we want instead of wasting the school's electricity or your house's electricity.
So how does it work?
So the kinetic energy from the wheel spinning is converted into that motor, and that motor converts that kinetic energy into electrical energy. And that electrical energy can be stored or used. In this case, it's used in the epic sign that's lighting up. That's really cool. But it doesn't have to be a light bulb. We have enough power by spinning this bike to charge 4 phones.
Now that we acted locally, let's think globally.
So all of the energy is present here on the Earth and it's just bouncing around from one form to another. What if we could figure out ways to capitalize on those losses and those transfers?
So what else can we do?
Think of an automobile. An automobile is what, like maybe 30% efficient, 40% efficient? 60% is given off as heat. It's wasted energy. So if we could figure out, well, let's convert that heat to electricity by using these different materials, the same materials, the piezoelectric materials. We can also create pyroelectric or thermoelectric materials that generate electricity from temperature change. Or we take it even further, put that same fabric along the turnpike on the walls. And as every car goes by and those walls move back and forth, or the little fabric moves back and forth, it's generating electricity, but on such a large scale that we can power cities and we can power many different devices with them.
So how is this material made?
What I'm doing is I'm putting a bunch of materials together, and when they're mixed together, after stirring, they can create electricity just by touching them, as we've already explained with piezoelectricity. And this is one of our successful materials that can create power just by being squeezed. So what I'm doing right now is putting the parts together, basically. We need a certain amount of each material in order to get the results.
Now that you see what has been done, what will you do?
What will you do?
What will you do? What will you do to save our planet? So what's your one way to save energy at North Penn? Tweet us at #DoOneThingNP.
Mr. Snyder, I have to say that I'm not going to be surprised if someday down the line it's one of our North Penn students that ends up making the United States energy independent from the rest of the world.
I can't agree with you more.
Yeah, a lot of great things going on. Well, the final shutdown results are in. All right, all the building has been shut down with excess electricity usage, and let's take a look at this drop-off.
Look at that drop-off. It's just phenomenal. We're down to 60 kilowatts. This is K-Pod only. It went from 171 down to 60. That's 111 kilowatts. That's just K-Pod. Now the whole building, this is the whole building. You can see how we continue to drop off. Let's see what the final results are for the total. 4,546 flat screen TVs. I think that's all of North Penn School District.
That is.
But then we have 3,000 video games, 4,900 desktop computers, 3,900 monitors, and 985 printers. We dropped a total of 591 kilowatts today. So at about 11 cents per hour, that's an awful lot of power.
That is an outstanding collection of numbers. I always knew there was a lot of energy in K-Pod every day, my K-Pod people. All right, Mr. Snyder, thank you very much. Great look at those results there, and we'll send it back to Emily.
Thanks, Mr. Monero. During the show, you have been tweeting to do one thing NP to the district's Twitter account. We have been scrolling through your pledges throughout. You can continue to tweet at NPSD #DoOneThingNP for the rest of the day, and we will post all of this at nptv.mpenn.org. We are just about done, but we want to throw it back to Mr. Monero and Mr. Schneider for some final thoughts. Mr. Monero?
All right, this certainly has been an enlightening day. I did not write the script, by the way. I don't know who wrote that. But anyway, it's been great. We have all the energy troopers here with us. Looks like one guy forgot his T-shirt today. Yeah. Oh, by the way, quick shout out to Mr. Smith in the English department. He got English teachers' Earth Day T-shirts. I forgot to wear mine today. I went for the suit instead by mistake. But just such a great effort, such great spirit. Mrs. Ferrant, how can students continue to get involved in this effort?
Well, they can do one thing and figure what they're going to do to save energy. They can come and join us. We meet all the time, night periods, Wednesdays, my room, C117, and they can continue to support efforts such as this. And we want to thank everybody who had something to do with doing this, from all NPTV, from the administration, all of you, and everybody in the building that cooperated and helped us out. We really appreciate it.
All right, and certainly we would like to thank everybody who has joined us today as well. The Energy Troopers have done what they can do at North Penn. Now it's your turn to do what you can do. What will you do, North Penn, to help us continue to save energy? Emily, back to you.
Thanks, Mr. Monero. That's it for our PowerSave Earth Day program. Remember, you can watch all of this and all of our other programs later on North Penn Television, Comcast Cable Channel 28, and Verizon Cable Channel 29, and of course, anytime online at youtube.com/MPTV. Thanks for watching.